Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Arbuckle. Welcome back to another video. Today I want to share with you guys some quick tips and tricks on how to get the Gold Outrider Hero Gear. Just a quick reminder that you do have to complete each and every challenge for each individual specialist class before you unlock the extra challenges to get that hero gear. And those extra challenges are what we're going to be talking about in today's video. So the two challenges you have to complete to get that Gold Outrider Gear is to get 6 kills with the Sparrow in a single game 6 different times, and to kill 4 enemies that are tagged by Vision Pulse 4 different times in a single game. So these challenges are the Sparrow is a little trickier than the Vision Pulse, obviously. The first thing I want to talk about is the game mode. Now, when using the Sparrow, a game mode that I really recommend is either Hardpoint or Safeguard. I don't really recommend Domination. I don't really recommend any other game mode because they're a lot slower. First off, Hardpoint, the reason I love Hardpoint is because this game mode lasts a really long time. These games tend to last a lot longer than any other game mode, which gives you an automatic advantage for having more time to get your specialist to get kills with. Second off, in a game mode like Hardpoint, there's one objective, and for everyone that's playing the objective, they're all going to be in the same exact location. So it makes it really easy to get multi-kills with the Sparrow. And it makes things so much easier than when you're playing like Domination. You might not always have like 4 or 5 people on the B flag because a lot of people aren't going to run for B flag. With Hardpoint, there's only one objective, so everyone's going to be in the exact same location for a majority of the game. So Hardpoint is definitely a good game mode to be playing when trying to get those 6 kills with the Sparrow. The second game mode is Safeguard, and a lot of people, I haven't seen any videos with people talking about this, and I don't know why. Safeguard is such an easy game mode to boost kills off of because people are always on top of the stupid robot, which is not a bad thing. I mean, that's the objective. I'm not going to criticize you for playing the objective, but it's a great game mode to go on to if you're trying to do this, where if you have to get multi-kills or have to get a lot of kills in a certain amount of time. Safeguard is really easy, especially if you're playing like Ground War Safeguard. There's always tons and tons of people that are on that robot either trying to get the points or just trying to get the win. So it makes it really easy, and a lot of times you don't even have to aim at the people. You just shoot near that robot and the explosive arrows will blow up and kill a bunch of the enemies. So that makes this one really easy as well. Also, Safeguard does last a decent amount of time if you play it right. So Safeguard is a very good option to try to get those Sparrow kills as well. Some Sparrow tips that I want to share with you guys. Don't call it in until you're in a position to kill people. A lot of people tend to call it in as soon as they get it or as soon as they spawn after dying and getting it. Which kind of just takes time off. It's one of those basic tips that, pay attention to when you're calling it in. I like to call it in when I get into the enemy spawn, when I get somewhere where I know I'm not about to die. And that's another thing. Like, make sure you're not getting shot at when you call it in, because if you call it in, you get killed, you're not getting it back, which really sucks. So make sure you're in a position to kill some people before you actually call it in, and just gives you a little bit of an advantage, gives you more time to have it out. Second off, attack objectives. Don't just camp. If you get a Sparrow, sitting in the spawn isn't going to help you out at all, especially if you're shooting it and your thing's just going down. Might as well rush the spawn, which is what I like to do. I like to rush the objectives, especially Hardpoint or example Safeguard. Just move around. Stay active when trying to get those kills you're not going to be able to. It used to be like game modes like Domination where, you had to get all 6 of them in one round. It was like a glitch, which was almost impossible. But now they made it to where there's no more of that, so you have the entire game when playing round-based game mode. So makes it a lot easier. Second off is the Vision Pulse. The challenge is to get 4 kills on enemies that are tagged by the Vision Pulse in a single game, and you have to do that 4 different times. This challenge is extremely easy to complete unless you're just really dumb. You only have to get 4 kills on enemies that are tagged by Vision Pulse, and you have the entire game to do so. And Vision Pulse actually you can actually earn the Vision Pulse a lot quicker than any of the other specialists, or at least the Sparrow. It just comes a lot quicker. It used to be extremely fast, and they patched it to where it takes a little bit longer, but because you get it so much quicker than with the Sparrow, it just makes it so much easier. You only need 4 kills. Some advice, game mode wise, it does not matter. For some reason, I hear people talking about, yeah, play this game mode to do it. Really, like, if you just have to get 4 kills on enemies tagged by a Vision Pulse, it doesn't matter what game mode you're playing at all, actually. I wouldn't recommend playing Ground War where there's a million people, because your chances of dying just drastically go up. But any game mode will work. Basically, your goal is to get into the enemy spawn, flank around, make sure you have like Ghost or something on, something that's going to keep you off the radar, maybe Dead Silence or Blast Suppressor, and try to get in the enemy spawn, and try to make sure you see someone before you call in that Vision Pulse. One thing that I've noticed that's really helped me out is waiting to spot somebody, and as soon as I spot them, as long as they're not looking at me, like if you have a one-on-one gunfight with someone, obviously don't call it in because there's always that chance you're going to die, but if someone runs past you like completely oblivious, call it in. It's a free kill with the vision pulse, and then who knows, you might end up having another person around where you're at, so you get that double kill really easily. Again, you only need 4 kills, and the vision pulse is very easy to achieve within the game. Second tip is make sure you have a good class when running vision pulse, right? This is what's really bugs me, and I used to just run around aimlessly, and this was before I tried to get the challenges, and I really didn't have an objective. But when trying to get these challenges, making sure you have a class set up where you're off the radar is going to help a lot when it comes to the vision pulse, okay? People are always running UAVs. People are always running dumb perks and stuff. They're going to show exactly where you're at. So make sure when trying to get these kills, because they're so important, try to stay off the radar. Try to flank. Try to get behind people. And don't try to call it in on a one-on-one gunfight, because although you'll be able to see exactly where they're at, they're going to know where you're at anyway, so it's going to be pointless. Anyway, guys, those are the tips that I have. One more thing I want to recommend. Obviously, this is a really stupid thing, but I need to say this because people will forget. Make sure you're running overclock. Overclock is always a good thing to run and make you get your specialist 10 times faster and help you to get those challenges a lot quicker. I'm sorry, guys. I do apologize. I'm really sick still. I can barely even talk. I don't know how I just made this video. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see all you guys in the next video.